Okay, so last time I was talking. Let this one. Let some more beautiful light in. Okay. Last time I was talking about the trick of investing in the matrix. Okay. And I wanted to talk about some things about the solutions and the alternatives. It's a new day, and it's time to do things that cause suffering and cause anguish and cause anything like that. It's time to do it differently. And so, um, I have some ideas of how you would use that $30,000 for yourself to better yourself. Now, you're still okay. Anytime you're spending money, you're in the matrix. Okay, because money is a currency that you're using to show that you put in. So basically, you're part of a group of people that believe in this dollar as uh, a way to show I'm a part of this group. I put in, I get what I want when I put this with this. When I show you that I got Benjamins, then you know, okay, I'm a part of that group that got Benjamins, and this is how we work, and this is what we get with it, and that's how it works. So if you're spending money, you're operating in the matrix. Okay, the idea, the belief that whatever this group of people say that this currency means, then you're agreeing with it and you're working for it and you're trading it because you believe in it too. You're part of the group. Okay. Um, the people you're sharing it with have to believe in it for you to share it, because if someone says here's a you know a yen, and I don't appreciate it because I'm feeling like I'm not gonna be able to like use this, then it's of no value to me. It's based on my belief. If you give a baby a $100 bill, they gonna eat it because they don't know the value of what the group says that value is yet. Okay, they don't know anything about that. When you don't, when you, the true economy, you don't have to know anything about. It's just going to provide for you because it's real. It actually is how things go. It's your nature. Okay, so I'm gonna say thinking in a new way for a new day. If you have $30,000, how can you make, because you want a better now? So you want to do things that make your now better. Use to make your now better. Okay? Now, not later. This is the biggest part of this word. Like the power of now. Now, there's levels where you understand that money has nothing to do with your happiness. But right now, you're in illusion. You're in an illusion that believes that money is um that believes that money will make you happier. But you want to be in the present moment now. Okay. Excuse me. They're talking about a tent for this house tomorrow. Okay, so going back to making your life better, suggestions for making your life better with that $30,000 today. One, take care of your physical body. Do if parts of your physical body need care that you think that you can pay to get taken care of, then do it because your body is your real economy. If you do not have your body at the end of it, or if your body is feeling a lot of suffering, then you cannot enjoy whatever wealth you have. So your physical uplifting, elevation, get your teeth fixed. Go ahead, take care of it. Take care of it. You're worth it. You no, I'll do it later on once I make sure that my daughter has the. I gotta pay for her wedding. No, 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 no. You're you need to make sure your teeth is fixed. You need to make sure that is beautiful.
I got from Wish.
I like that. You
That's
need
the
to,
costume.
huh?
The cost me $1. It's
Woo!
like stainless steel.
But you ain't give me one.
Well, I had ordered this like a while ago. This was like
I existed, niggas, so don't play.
Oh, who wants to do that, baby?
Oh well, you gonna have to share that.
Ah!
That's nice. You should have ordered me one.
I got you. I got you.
Tell me for $1 and you ain't think of me.
Come on, baby.
That's the type of stuff I like to wear too.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I ordered one of you.
Okay, so you need to work on your physical uplifting. If your bed is messed up, you sleep in your bed 8 hours or less, but you sleep in your bed a good amount of your day, your life. So use some of that $30,000 to get a better bed right now. That is making your life better. 8 hours of your life is being improved immediately with a better, comfortable bed. Make your bed comfortable. If you gotta say, okay, well, I gotta spend $1,000 to make my current bed comfortable, or $1,000 to have a nicer bed, then so be it. $1,500, $2,000, whatever. You're worth it. You have to invest in yourself. Now, come to your dreams. Now, you probably have some best top bookseller in your in your in your mind. Invest in publishing your books. Now, it's one of the things that I'm working on right now is licensing. And licensing is a better, like a quicker way to get your idea on the shelf and get you receiving income from your idea on the shelf than just going about it the patent way for really an affordable way. I'm learning from Stephen Key. He created the book One Simple Idea, and I'm also listening to his other book, and I'm working on some things like right now. But in saying that, licensing, put one of your products that you know you done thought of, look into licensing and put it on the shelf, and you can do it without having this $30,000. because he's basically you can have your ideas basically on the shelf a lot of times with spending less than $1,000. Okay, just by getting that education to put your ideas on the shelf instead of always someone else. We're always deferring to and giving our power and our authority over to someone else. So we're asking other people, what do you think I should do with my 30,000? Know what they tell you? Give it to me. And that's what you do. Because that's what you're taught to do. You're taught to give that 30,000 to them because you can't handle it. You can't handle this. Invest into your living situation being more stable. So if you say, hey, I can purchase a piece of land or a property that has a fixer upper on it or whatever, to where if it ever came down to it, I do have a place to go, period. Now, what am I going to do with it? I could let other people live in it if I like where I'm living, or I could live in there and work on my saying that I have a place to be all the time. Put it up because of this matrix. You really cannot own anything. I am going to also let you know that ownership. I'm writing this first. Ownership is a. This is going to be shocking. Ownership is a product. It's a product that is sold to you, but it's not what you think it is. You ownership. You're on an ownership. That's basically it. You're on an ownership. You might be on the owner's hip. That's what it say, owner's hip. That's what ownership say. I just looked at it. Owner's hip. You might be on the owner's hip, but you don't own shit. Not in this economy.
Nothing.
Why? Because as long as you have to pay taxes, then that's how you can't own it. Whoever you're paying taxes to says that you owe them, and then they can take it. And it don't matter how much you've already spent on it. It doesn't matter. They don't count. They don't count the money that you put into it. They count the value that they say it's worth. That's what they count. So it's all in your handing over your power and authority to someone else's mind, like we've been taught to do. Someone else's mind is more superior than mine. Someone else's mind is more superior than my daughter's, or my husband's, or my wife's. Like, we are the real geniuses. Our ideas have been just copied, taken, stolen from us, cheated, bought, sold, everything. They stamp another picture on there and call it a day. Okay, so we've been doing this. We make all the inventions. It's us. It's us. How many computers are coming up with inventions? Answer that, Apollo. You heard that?
Mm.
How many computers are coming up with inventions?
Uh, we are the computer.
Okay, so the actual computer is not coming up with inventions.
I am. I got.
I'm talking about these computers right here. that we use. The smartphone, the iPhone, the
Uh,
Apple, the,
I don't know how to
the
answer that contest because they use computers to calculate, you know what I'm saying, things.
I said
So,
invention.
baby, the computer
Okay,
is to
so
help with the
he is
invention.
in denial, and it's
You,
okay. I shouldn't even ask him, because that's why I made the video. I specifically started making a video while he was sleeping. I didn't want to include him because we made a video
y'all,
yesterday that was
y'all was asleep.
so violent that I didn't post it because it was just us bickering, going back and forth, this and that, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to actually give the wisdom that I needed to without the interruption, and that's basically it. So, so the whole thing is you can't own anything for real. Ownership is a product that you can purchase, but it doesn't do anything that you think it's gonna do. Doesn't mean that you can't be bought out, because you can be bought out. You might say, no, I can't be. The law says this. The law does not work either. Sorry to bust your bubble. It don't work. Well, actually, it does work perfectly. This whole economy works perfectly how it's supposed to. The government is actually, our government is the best government, like the best government in the world,
Uh,
because it does what it's supposed to do. Look up the word govern. It means to regulate and to keep regulate growth. Basically, mean hold that thing down, keep it under control, and they doing that. Woo! We got the best government. Your economy is there to make you work. It's doing its job. The law is there to make you keep working. It's doing its job. So, it's not working how we thought it was gonna work. That's what's happening. It's not working how we thought it was gonna work. Okay. So you want to think about your current situation and think about ways that you can elevate your current situation by using your noggin organization. Like if you say, you know what, this actually could be just organized temporarily into extra space, and it actually could be more flowing and decorated and everything. Have that done. You can actually have pay people now. You got $30,000. You have some of that money you can use to hire people to do what you want them to do. If your roof is leaking and you have $30,000, go ahead and fix your roof. If you have a pest control problem and you have $30,000, go ahead and take care of that. If you have $30,000 and you have a health condition, an addiction, do things, work on things to fix that. If you need a health coach, go ahead and get one. If you need a chef for a little bit, a health chef. If you need a maid for a little bit to help you get clear where you say, I don't need to work on this, or I need to, whatever it is. If you need a chef, use it. So you use that $30,000. You say, I'm gonna have a chef for 2 months. I'm gonna have a personal trainer. I'm gonna have this and that, and you come out with that 30,000 with your teeth fixed, looking good, healthier, stronger. Do invest in yourself. Do publish your book. You're worth it. Go ahead and take a few thousand and publish a book, or and you know you got one. Or do something that you really have wanted to do. If you say, hey, you know what, I want to set up this and that to I want to help a few people, and you actually help them. If you got kids and you got $30,000 and you say, hey, I want to invest. The reason why you want to invest this for later on. We were talking about that. The future is for later on. I'm talking about right now. The reason why you want to invest that for later on is because you want your kids to have a good life later on. Let's do some things to make them have a better life now. Like you might ask them, hey, if, and I asked this to the kids in our house one time. What is one thing we can do to make your life better? And I asked each and every one of the kids, what is it, something that we can do to make your life better? You know what they said? Stop beating us. So we said, okay. Like, this one childhood, we got one childhood. And we should be asking these kids what we can do to make it better. Because we're like screwing up. Like, we just forget that it's their childhood and we just shitting all over it. Fighting in front of them and police calling and, just violence and just nonsense. But we should ask them, hey, what is this? If you don't whip your kids might say, you know what? We want you to spend a little bit more time with us. They say stuff like that. We want you to go to the park with us. Do the things that, make a difference right now. Make your kids, if you say, hey, my daughter is struggling with childcare right now, I got $30,000 for the future. How about you help use that $30,000 somehow to get proper child care, or where you can use that $30,000 to get you to your grandchild, so that you can help watch the child for a period of time or whatever. But you could use probably a few $1,000s to make sure that your daughter child care is good for your grandchild right now. And we're thinking, oh, well, we want him to go to college. Well, we want him to be safe where he at. You know what I'm saying? Like, do the things that make a difference to your grandchild today, to your children today. Everything from gardening. If you say, hey, if we start gardening, first of all, we're going to get closer together, and we're going to eat healthier, and we're going to learn things, and we're going to get closer to nature. It's a win-win. We're going to have healthy food going forward. That's the good part about God's economy. You plant one seed, and that one seed keep coming back over and over and over as food for you every year. That's amazing. With our silly investment, it ain't no such thing as planting no one seed. You got to plant a whole orchard just to get like 5 trees back or something. So, do what it takes to make your current lifestyle better. And yes, that money will go quick, but when it's gone, you should have some elevation from the picture that you take of your current situation to say, well, I've used this. I used to agonize in tooth pain when I eat the wrong thing or eat some cold stuff or whatever. You say, okay, I had that fixed. So now I don't agonize in pain. Now I can get up early. Now I can exercise more. Now I look better. Now this and that. All because you invested in your teeth. Your physical self feeling better. If you have apnea or anything, work on whatever to make it better. Look into some alternatives. Look and study. Do your research. And then make good moves with that. Oh. Okay, so invest it into um, your water being good water. That's something you're going to drink every day. You're going to make things with it every day. Invest it into having better water now. That's going to help your health, your look, your mind. So those are some of the solutions. It's about thinking outside of the box and taking your current situation and elevate it. If you say, you know what, we just don't. A lot of times we're taught not to value what we want and what we need. So if you say, hey, I need my apartment to look good, then make it look good. Take part of that, whether you have to say if you need help to make it look good, to go shopping, proper shopping, so you can have nice shit in your house today. Whether you can be smart with it, you can look at the DIYs to spread that money, take that money, and but you can use tools and rent tools and things to get build the things you want to build, so it can be very affordable. But then you can have a bad ass place right now just by using the things to make your things nice now. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So invest in yourself, in your ideas. If you have an art idea, any type of idea, you can figure out ways to you know make it come into the physical realm. You can do that without $30,000. But if you have $30,000 and you don't know what to do, go inside yourself and you can use it. You might want to help a lot of people, and you might can figure out a way to help a lot of people just by being smart with that $30,000. Like if you have a goal to say how many people can I help with $30,000, you can do that. Or if you want to be and say how many people, how many things can I do to help with that $30,000 in my family right now. Like who's like if you say my brother, his only issue is childcare. Oops. Let me see if I can figure out a little twist in some things to help him with some childcare. Okay, my sister, her issue is um um she needs a place to stay because she's in an abusive situation and she don't have nowhere to go and we don't have enough place to go. Well, maybe we can use a few $1,000s, whether it's just a down payment for me and her to get a place together, and we end up saving money anyway. Okay, so you have your sister, your brother, now, and you're in the child care situation. That's your niece and nephew. So just that quick, you use your noggin, which we can do without $30,000, to elevate the situation. That just has to do with working with each other. Usually, when you have 30,000, that means you have access to all those group of people that's in that group who believes in dollars. But you also, when you do it, as far as investing in yourself and your family, you're going to have um, lots of situations that have to do with like love. Okay, and it's just going to better your life in your situation. Okay, so like you can take it and say, let me use my genius to see how I can elevate the people's life around me. If this person need a job, I can hire them to watch grandmama for 4 hours while this and that. You see what I'm saying? So it's about believing in yourself, actually going into yourself and trusting that you have solutions, just like the insurance agent, just like the lawyer, the doctor, the inventors, the everybody else. We are all one. We actually have these capabilities. Use them for yourself. Invest in yourself. You're worth it. If you need to get you an agent, um yeah, get you an agent. It's okay. Get you an agent. You're worth it. So take it and invest in yourself. If you have to take it in and make sure that you have a studio set up so that you can express yourself and maybe help other people express themselves out to the world, then you're taking it into your hand and saying, oh, instead of, I need somebody else to produce it, or I need someone else to studio all the time. No, I have a studio, because you could take part of that money and get a studio for yourself so you can start producing, or get some instruments. Invest in yourself. You're worth it. Go somewhere. Like, really, go somewhere. So go somewhere, grow some things, get in situations so it's like when you can meet people that you always wanted to meet. If you got $30,000, you might say, I really need to be in this circle of people because I really believe this person needs to hear what I'm saying, and I know you sort of got to buy into the circle. So you got to go to where they are having their events or getting on their cruises or doing whatever. Take some of your money and go meet the person that you feel like can give you what you want to move forward, whether it's information, whether it's you just want to meet the person and be around that person because you think they're the greatest. You can go ahead and meet that person. So those are the suggestions to make your life currently better. If you have money waiting around, I truly do believe that it's not going to be worth what the Confederate dollar is worth in a very little bit of time. Or so it's like, go ahead and spend it. Go ahead and elevate your life right now. That's what I suggest. All right. Have a great day. Feel good. Have faith in yourself. Go inside. Right now, you got to go inside. The whole world telling you to go inside. They're telling you a different way, but I'm telling you in this way. You need to go inside yourself. You need to hear, listen to your breath. It's the first thing that God gave you. It's been here since the beginning. It's never left you or forsaken you. And if you thought it has, it's back. So I want to say that. Have a great day. Love y'all. Feel good. Be smart.